Welcome back to another week of Autastic, your comedian's guide to autism. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Kirk, and my co-host and buddy,
Graham K. What's up, everybody? Back for another week of the Comedian's Guide to Autism. My brother has autism. Kirk's son is a person with autism, and they're both cool. Anything new with JJ this week, Kirky?
I had a good call yesterday with little, his mom used to call him Choochie Face.
Aw.
And it was good. It was good. I was just there 3 days ago, and so I haven't missed too much. Same struggles. We're working on his weight, trying to get a more less pasta, more beans and legumes and vegetable diet.
He's not gonna like that.
Yeah. Well,
I don't like that.
he does. He'll eat it. He'll eat whatever you put in front of him. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Put a bunch of kale and chicken.
Well, I don't know about kale, but
comes back and he's just
chicken.
jacked.
He'll eat chicken.
Yeah.
Well, exactly what I predicted happened. So I don't know if long-time listeners remember this, but we were trying to get him a job. And I had a meeting with his the lady who runs his group home and a couple other little things. She kind of oversees the jobs a little bit, and then the manager of the commune, it's called, which is the city's resources dedicated to kids with autism's jobs. And we had a long meeting, and then I said, listen, you guys say all this stuff, but you've only been here 6 months, and in 6 months we're going to have another meeting. You're both going to be promoted to different jobs, and I'm still here, standing here with the last guy promised me. And like, oh no. Well, that lady got promoted.
Really?
Yes, she's gone. So she's now part of, she used to have 3 homes, and now she's doing 2, and one of them is not, the one that got dropped is my son's. So she's out of the meetings. So basically it's exactly what we...
Maybe you could write her a letter and be like, hey, remember you promised me this, and you said you weren't going to get promoted and forget my son, and now that's happening. Can you write a letter to the incoming person saying...
where we're at with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that today.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that today. No, you're right.
That's good.
I guess that's good.
No, it's not good. I don't know. I just was like talking, but it's not good. But summer's wrapping up a little bit. We're in July, right? So the thing about Sweden is beautiful place. I was there last week. I posted pictures at 11 o'clock at night on my Insta where it's like still light. I don't know if you saw that. It was like light outside. Beautiful place. Problem is people take off the summer. People take off people have their 8 weeks of vacation. They'll take a month in the summer, a week at Christmas. They had 8 weeks a year?
Not everybody, but some, yeah. They'll have a spring week. They call it like spring skiing or something. I can't remember. It's spring exercise. Mm-hmm. And then I'm laughing, but it's like, I mean, who's number one? I don't know. I would say the guy who gets all the time off and still lives a first world life.
Yeah. France gets all of France gets August off.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of people subbing in for JJ too, which is a little stressful. He likes his routine. He likes his, because it's shifts, right? So it's 12-hour shifts. So at the very least, you're going to have 4 or 5 people if everybody comes. Mm-hmm. People have weekends and
Yeah, it's a lot. So you're dealing with the summer stuff, promotions. So you have to deal with the bureaucracy. That's the thing that parents have to deal with their whole lives is bureaucracy. My mom and dad are constantly dealing with bureaucracy with Peter, with the government and trying to get more money, make sure everything's doing their job and stuff, and they're on boards and whatnot. Speaking of them, they are coming in a month.
I know, you just tried to call little Peter.
Yep, call Pete. My mom said he's like super pumped. So they're gonna fly down, and I don't know why they're flying, but anyway, they are, which is, I guess, good. I'm glad.
Newark or?
Yeah, they're going to fly to Newark. And
they're going to rent a car there?
No, I think they're going to take the train in.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom did it last time. She's 74. Took the train in. I met her in Port Authority or whatever it was.
Penn
Station, yeah.
I've done it. It's just in the summer. Just know the trains. Okay, there's the train from Penn Station to the Air Tram Center at Newark. That little tram from Newark Airport to get to is being repaired, and it is a lot of pushing and shoving. You feel like you're in Ecuador or something. It's broke. They're doing half of whatever. So just so you know, just give them a heads up. I just did it last week.
Yeah, maybe I'll tell them to take that bus, that $17 bus.
The bus might be better right now, which is hard to believe, but
yeah. Anyway,
treat yourself. Do the bus.
Treat yourself to the bus.
Now, would Peter prefer the bus or the train?
Yeah, he would prefer the train, but I think
it's a lot of pushing. I'm telling you, and
he's fine. We'll ride the subway together. It'll be great. Peter loves trains, by the way. He used to have a train set up. He was big on. He used to be obsessed with trains when he was a little kid, and then my dad and him used to wear
hats, right? Matching hats,
matching train conductor hats, and work on the model trains. And then during the pandemic, they brought the train set out, and they redid it. Anyway, so he still kind of likes trains, but he thinks that it's babyish, so he doesn't admit it.
Oh, man.
It's like a little secret that he has.
Yeah. I'm really coming around. When I went to see JJ last week, 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, I rode the train 4 hours. It can be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to compared to flying. Yeah, you don't get that compression, decompression of your joints.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way more comfortable than flying.
Wi-Fi, there's a toilet.
It takes 4 hours on a train takes way less out of you than
50 minutes on
2 hours on a plane.
Yeah.
And also you don't have to go 2 hours early. Train stations are always downtown, so you don't have to drive out into the woods and then fly away. You know, it's like, it's so much better. And there's no the security is like
you have your own bags.
Yeah, you just bring your bag on, put it beside you, and it's like, and then some guy comes out with like little treats. He's like, "You want some treats?" Yes, I do. And there's more, and there's leg room, and you can have a nap, and you can read, and you look out a giant window, see your country. It's nice.
I wanted to do I haven't done it yet, but the Shoreline Express between Chicago and New York is supposed to be bananas. One of these days I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Zanies out there and take that Shoreline.
That's the problem with trains in America and Canada is they're twice as expensive as a plane because they're better.
This one, I mean, yeah, I guess it is. This was not bad. It's $100, $110.
We were supposed to, my ex and I were supposed to go to Boston.
Okay.
And it was $75 each cheaper to fly.
Really?
Yeah.
I was seeing a girl in Boston years ago, and it was pretty cheap.
Yeah, but you're 56 years old.
That's true.
It was
the grandpa
the 1920s. gave him a nickel.
Gave him a nickel, and they gave me a shave, too. Yeah. They let me shave. I could smoke on the train.
Yeah,
it was
right.
something else.
Yeah.
I talked about how Jackie Robinson shouldn't be in the league. It was a whole thing. Yeah. That's a joke, guys. My kids aren't even white. Just a joke.
Yeah. Yep. You look like a guy. You could get cast as that guy in a movie for sure.
This country's going to crap.
Yeah, I believe it. Right. Oh man, I believe that, folks.
There used to be a time when Americans were Americans.
I believe that what he's saying, he believes.
And then it cuts to me on a date with a black girl, like, this guy doesn't believe anything.
Yeah. Anyway.
We're talking about Peter and trains.
Peter's coming down. They're flying down. Anyway.
Wait, is there a train from Ottawa he could have taken?
Yeah.
It's too long, because the Chicago one's overnight. Chicago to New York, it's like 20 hours.
Oh, boy. Yeah. No, this train would be like 15 hours or something.
Yeah, it's something like that.
It's a 7-hour drive. So a train should be like 5 hours.
If it was direct.
Yeah. But it's like, you got to go to Montreal, then you got to do the border, and then it's like a milk run. You're like, we're in Poughkeepsie now. You're like, Poughkeepsie? I don't want to.
Brewster, New York, next stop.
Yeah, you're like,
great.
What are we picking up mail? They got that like hook with the bag. Yeah. No, but yeah, no, it's.
This is a weird one, but would Peter enjoy sorting packages?
I don't know. I think we've talked about him working at like a laundromat or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he's like, nah, I would hate that.
Okay.
He likes to interact with people, bebop around, a couple different jobs, a couple different tasks each job.
He doesn't work holidays.
The man will not doing it. The man he loves family.
Not working Boxing Day. It's not even a real holiday.
It's barely anyway. He's so they're coming down. My mom said that they're coming down in like a month and a week or so, and my mom said he's already asking her about what to pack, what to wear, and
tell him tank top. It's gonna be hot, Peter Parker.
So this is less about autism or brother, and it's more. Well, the whole trip is to see my brother,
right?
Because he can't fly down on his own, so my parents have to come. So I guess it is intertangled, but it's more of a complaint about my parents. She goes, we decide that it's my apartment, even though it's big for New York City standards, is too small for four people. Yeah, for 4 people for 4 days.
Oh, so you guys can't see the Graham side of the family. These people are all around 200 pounds. These are all big people. The average is 200.
No, the average is 230.
Yeah, you guys are all
joking.
Tall.
Yeah.
And big people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might weigh the least. Well, my mom, you weigh the least. But wink, wink. But no, she probably does. But she's a beautiful woman. But she's tall for a lady. Anyway,
she's the short one. She's 5'10" or something.
Yeah,
5'9".
Yeah, 5'9". But anyway, so
this apartment would be a tight fit for all 4.
We discussed this with my mother. I go, Mom, and she's like, yeah, you're right. So she wants to come for 4 days. I'm like, why don't you just come for 3? But she's like, why are we get all the way down there 4 days? I'm like, all right. 4 days. And then I go, well, Peter and I will stay here. He'll stay in the spare bedroom because he likes to go to bed at like 8:30, 9.
Gotta get that beauty rest, bro.
He gets conked out, His brain's running hot.
That's great, though. You're tired, go to bed.
Yeah,
sleep
totally.
It off.
And then I was like, I'll get an Airbnb for you guys in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's great.
I'll suggest one. And they're like, okay, we'll get that. We'll do that. And then I'll suggest one, you pay for it. And then she's like, okay, well, can you do it because we got a bad review on our Airbnb? And now your father doesn't know how to start a new one. And I'm like, well, what? Anyway, so I send a bunch of, they buy the plane tickets. Then I send a bunch of hotel and Airbnb suggestions. And then my mom goes, they're so expensive.
New York City, baby.
We'll just stay with you for 4 days. And I was like, Mom, we can't do that. I don't understand how it's going. I guess they would sleep in my bed. I sleep in the guest room. Peter sleeps on the couch. I'm like,
which day do you guys kill each other? The second day or the third day?
1 hour. The first hour. And so I go, look, we're gonna. I was like, well, just get an Airbnb. I'll pay for half. She goes, okay. So now I'm paying for half. I'm pretty sure my mom makes more than me. Like her pension is more. My mom's pension is more than what I make. It's just so cheap. They're just it
doesn't matter. You're gonna inherit it all someday anyway, so it's all coming back around.
I'm not. Peter is.
Oh, that's true.
I'm not earning anything.
That's true. I hadn't thought of that. Well, you get to manage it.
This happened. I get to. Thank you. And so
all the work, none of the reward.
Oh. And so anyway, and then last time they were down, my dad comes down for. They've never visited me. They never call. They never visit. Oh, by the way, I asked my mom to call me. I said, you should call me sometime. You can call too. She goes, when should I call? I go, tomorrow at 4. She goes, okay. She never called.
She's busy. She's on her pension.
And all right. So.
No, I have the other way. My mom calls me like, are you, well, you have to, I'm almost 50. Are you sleeping? She talks to me about like stuff like I'm barely surviving.
It's nice.
It's very nice. It's very nice.
That's so nice.
What's going on? Yeah. She's really concerned. Like, you're alone still? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be, I'm okay. Yeah, it's not good for you to be alone like that. It's not good for. She's the sweetest. She's just very concerned about me. And so this is a good example. I go to help my dad.
Yeah.
I'm helping him do a little remodel, building a fence. I catch a nail on my elbow. No big deal. But I haven't had tetanus shot in I don't know how long. I don't go to the doctor. You need to go to the doctor. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll drive you.
You do need a woman in your life.
She's like, I'll drive you. That's okay. I can drive. I've driven for 30 years. I'm not exaggerating. 30-something years I've driven. That's fine. You drive me. Okay. Drives me. We get to the doctor. This is my son. He needs a... I'm like, I can... And the lady's looking at me like, does he not speak? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm almost 50. Someday I'll be able to speak for myself. I'm like, I need a tetanus shot. Because you give this a long, like, I'm concerned. I'm like, so, yeah. That's
let her.
yeah, I just...
It's for her.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun.
Well, you once that gets turned on in someone, that instinct to take care
I'm her baby.
of that person, and you can't turn it off.
I'm the first one. I'm her baby,
and she likes it. She's like, ooh, a nail. I can take him to the hospital. It's really nice.
Every conversation, not every, but I would say more than half our conversations end with, do you have insurance yet? You need to get insurance. I'll get insurance. I'm not sick. All right, I'll get insurance.
You do need health insurance.
I know.
How come I have health insurance?
Listen, Mom. I know. I'm getting it. I need to do it. When I turn 60, I'll do it.
Dude, you should get health insurance. You should get annual checkups, and you should get health insurance.
For sure.
We both need women in our lives.
Speaking of health and insurance and medical stuff, should we do it in the news?
Yeah.
This is a hot one. This has been circulating. Should I just read it? You want to set it up? Because I know we both talked to our friends about this. I know it's come up several times for me in conversation.
Just read it.
Yes, there are cases of excuse me. I'm going to start over.
Maybe it's the first time he's read that word in 6 years of this podcast.
Maybe I need health and eye insurance too. Yes, there are cases of Amish children with autism, cancer, and diabetes. I was at the old cellar last night just hanging out, and this came up twice. People are talking about this, there's no cases of autism with the Amish. And so this is the claim. A new study found 0 cases of autism, cancer, and diabetes in Amish children. A July 10th Instagram post, direct link here, includes a screenshot of a headline that claims that an array of diagnoses are not present in certain religious populations. New study finds 0 Amish children diagnosed with autism, diabetes, and autism, reads the headline. The post was liked more than 12,000 times in one day. Another version claimed that it shares thousands of additional times. The Amish Heritage Foundation told USA Today there are cases of autism. So USA Today has the subline that goes, our rating, false. So they're like rating this whether this is true or false. Amish Heritage Foundation told USA Today, by the way, this article is in USA Today, that there are cases of Amish children with each of the listed conditions.
Yeah.
Researchers who focus on the Amish community highlight news articles and studies showing Amish children are not exempt from cancer, autism, or diabetes. I had a friend on my timeline who called himself, I think it was Amish Light, which is Mennonite. I don't know if you know, but Mennonites can marry into Amish. That's like one little... If the Amish want to really get wild, they can marry a Mennonite who I think can show their ankles.
Yeah.
They're still wearing the head
There's
stuff.
Amish, Mennonite, and Hutterites.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
The Amish, it was only 200 families. So if you get that kind of, I hate to say it, not to sound rude, but the Amish aren't listening to this, but inbreeding is what you're going to get. 200 families over the course of a couple hundred years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're running out of people you can marry, so you got to bring in a few Mennonites to mix it up a little bit. Those crazy Mennonites with their red hair.
Yeah, their red hair and their guitars.
Acoustic, but still from the devil. Just some ladies.
Their leather shoes and guitars.
You're not wrong. I think that's what the distinction is, stuff like that.
Yeah.
One of the hard drives has a flip phone. Yeah. By the way, Amish versus Jewish Amish, which is Hasidic. What do you think? Who wins?
Oh, Hasidic. They have lights.
They have lights. That's true. But if it's building a barn,
on Friday though,
the Amish would win because they're very strong. Get those big Dutch boys lifting a farm up in a day.
The Hasidic Jewish guys could figure out how to raise a barn.
They can figure out how to raise the money for a barn, sure. They could for sure build a barn. Yeah. Those guys, I feel like, are very good at business, not as much physical labor.
Well, you only see them in a city.
Yeah, that's true, too.
They get together and do stuff.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one day a year when they all dance.
Yeah.
I've been
in comedy clubs. They come into a lot of comedy clubs and dance around. Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a few videos on my Insta, old videos.
Some athletic dancing. I saw him on top of a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moving mitzvahs.
Yeah. Anyway.
If you ever want to disappoint a guy asking you, "Are you Jewish? You want to pray with me?" And I'm like, "Sorry." And he's like, they're so disappointed.
Dude, I bet you get the same thing. So in New York, when you come out of the subway sometimes or walk down the street, there's Hasidic Jewish people, which is, it's in my opinion. I know a lot of Reform Jewish people, or regular,
comics. Like
regular Jewish people that are like that they're not Jewish.
Yeah.
They're part of a cult. Not my words, theirs. But anyway, they'll Hasidic Jewish people, they're holding like a box or something, and when they'll look at people coming out of the subway. And then they go, "Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish?" And if you say yes, they come and they
want to pray.
They are very friendly and they smile and they give you like a blessing, and it's like, it honestly looks nice. But
you're right. A lot of my Jewish friends get really mad about that.
Right. Anyway, but they look at you and they go, "Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish?" And they
he's pointing. If you can't see it,
right. They're pointing.
He's pointing people.
And then they look at me and they go, "Up," and then they skip.
You can't see him pointing, but he pointed at himself and skipped.
Yeah. Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish? It's like me and a black guy walk by. No. Are you Jewish? You probably get the same. You look like your head's going to pop out the top of a pencil.
Every once in a while, I'll get somebody really like. I had one time like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." I don't feel like I look. Yeah, not there's anything. Yeah, but certainly not Sephardic. Yeah.
No.
6'2", blue eyes. Yeah, not the most Jewish, although Paul Rudd. Okay, back to this. Amish Heritage Foundation. Okay, the headline is a screenshot of an article from a right-leaning website called Leading Report. The full article describes a new comprehensive study presented by entrepreneur and misinformation purveyor Stephen Kirsch to the Pennsylvania State Senate. It claims that the study that for Amish children who are strictly 100% unvaccinated, the typical chronic conditions barely exist, if at all. In reality, the article is referring to Kirsch's statement to the Medical Freedom Panel hosted by Pennsylvania State Republican Doug Mazzarino on June 9th. He did not present any comprehensive study, but rather provided anecdotal evidence of lower rates of COVID-19 in the Jewish community and claimed unvaccinated children are generally healthier than vaccinated children. He made no claim of a study, finding 0 cases of condition for the Amish. Basically it goes through the details. I can read the rest, but
read the details.
Eric Weisner, a researcher for the Amish communities, found that the Amish American website said that the social media posts present a pretty bold claim that just does not match reality in any way, end quote. He referenced the case of Sarah Hirschberger, a young Jewish girl with cancer who went into hiding with her family in the midst of a court case that sought to force her to have chemotherapy against her family's wishes, as reported by the Columbus Dispatch, as well as a 1972 study that identifies Amish children with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a kind of cancer, if you know that. Studies in 2009 and 2010 also identify Amish children on the autism spectrum. Tora Bontrager, a founder of Amish Heritage Foundation, said there's absolutely no validity to the claims that Amish children do not have such conditions. Bontrager was born and raised in an Amish family, but left the religion as a teenager. She personally knows Amish children in each of these listed conditions. She described contrary claims as anti-Amish tropes that marginalize us Amish people and contribute further harm towards Amish children who need medical care and attention. These issues are not actually attended to because the general public believes this supposed researcher is sane, and we just fall through the cracks. She said culturally and educational barriers can also make it difficult to conduct legitimate studies of the Amish population. Any claims about the Amish community should be closely scrutinized. USA Today previously debunked a claim that COVID-19 does not affect Amish communities and the suggestion that vaccines cause autism and other conditions. That's it. I mean, I think it's good because I don't love it when people use the Amish or the Sephardic Jews, not Sephardic, or geez Louise, what were we saying? I don't love it when people use certain communities to advance their agendas. certain communities that aren't super tech savvy, so you don't know if they're going to come out with a rebuttal. For example, the Amish. I'm surprised that, I could have seen where this had gone another direction where the Amish don't do this, and the Amish don't say anything because they're not on the internet. So,
well, it's also kind of an obvious. You can poke holes in it pretty obviously. Like it's like how they don't have testing. It's like autism rates are going up because testing is getting better in our community. They have no testing.
Yeah.
And for cancer, they're like, he had the plague.
But cancer's easy to. I mean.
Yeah, but when someone has cancer in that community,
oh yeah, if they just watch them wither away.
Like, they were with God, and
they're just
God
like,
took
he's
him.
old, he's dying, he's 58.
Yeah. He has the plague. There's no diagnosis with cancer, or they don't diagnose that person with autism. They say something else. It's like how in Iran there are no gay people. Because you're not allowed to be. There's no. They're not out there. Well, the president of Iran says that Iran has 0 gay people. It's like why? I bet you if you go digging around some basements, you might find some. But you know what I mean?
You gotta check late at night dance clubs, men dancing, 2 a.m, very handsome men dancing. Nobody,
but
just the men because women aren't allowed to dance there.
It's completely ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous, and it does everyone a disservice.
No, but it's important to cover it.
It does. It's important. Yeah, it's important to cover it. I'm glad you found that article. It's a dangerous thing it's kind of crap that is reaching mainstream media is terrifying. To have this for you to say that there are people at the Comedy Cellar who then go up in front of hundreds of people every night that believe that stuff and those aren't stupid people. It's terrifying. Anyway, everything's going to be fine, and
I view it the other way, though. I feel like it's good. I feel like more and more publications are going to address it and be like, okay, well, this is what was said, and here's what we looked into, and so, I mean...
I think that this article will not get the traction that the false one does.
It will in our podcast, because this is the #1 autism podcast.
In the world
and
still.
Answers questions you always had about who can raise a barn faster, Amish people or... Hasidic Jews. I remembered it. Yeah. Yes. It depends where the barn is. If it's in Pennsylvania, Amish. If it's in Brooklyn, I'm guessing Hasidic Jews. There's more of them here.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hasidic Jews, so many great comedians. I think wasn't Ari like a Reformed Jew? We were speaking about Ari before the podcast.
I think Ari was.
Yeah.
I think Ari had to leave his family and.
Yeah, I think he was they're very serious.
Yep. And Robbie Hoffman. Out of L.A.
Yes.
She or they doesn't know their family, but she's so funny. Anyway, everybody.
What do you got going on, buddy?
What do I got going on,
I'll take
guys?
mine while you're thinking.
Come see my shows. Come to my website. If you live in the New York area, I would love for you to come see my one-man show about my brother. It's called changing the name to Pete and Me. It used to be called My Brother Has Autism. And I'm going to be performing at the St. Mark's Theater, and I need you to come.
What dates?
It'll be in September 14th, 15th, 16th, and then also October 12, 13, 14, and...
Where can they get their tickets?
And 5, 6, 7. You can get your tickets at grahamk.com, folks. grahamk.com. Just go to grahamk.com. All of the dates are there. All of the ticket links are there. All of the info is at grahamk.com. If you live in the New York area, I'd love to see you. Come say hi. We'll take a pic. That's it. And thank you so much for your support, guys, listening. And tell your friends if you like it. Post about it on your Facebook wall. Or Instagram, and maybe somebody else, some other parent or brother or sibling who needs who would appreciate this podcast can listen to it.
I've got 2 favors to ask you, my friends.
Oh my God!
Yes, Facebook, Kirk Smith Comedian. I have a profile on Facebook.
Wow!
Hit that subscribe button. I'm posting videos there every week. Subscribe. Also, YouTube, same thing. Kirk Smith Comedy. Subscribe to my YouTube.
Saying you have a Facebook and a YouTube.
Yes.
How'd you get those?
I hired a guy.
Wow.
I'm not very bright.
Wow.
I needed the help. He's in Romania and mulțumesc foarte mult pentru ajutor în asta ziua.
Okay.
Yeah, that was for him specifically. That was a code. It was a code. Thank you so much for your help. But it really helped me out. If you would subscribe there to both of those, I'm trying to get my social media presence rolling. You can get me on Instagram too. I'm posting every week, 2 or 3 little clips a week. And September 1st and 2nd, you can see me at Absolute Comedy in beautiful Ottawa. I'll be there all week. I'll be recording the new album, I hope, if everything goes to plan. And then first week of October, I'll be at the Laughing Skull Comedy Festival. Check me out there in Atlanta. 4 days. That's it, guys. Have a great week. You can do it.